So Dionysus, so what is it about with the calling of Dionysus, you know, whether it be the flowering wand or your own, yeah, your own inquiry and the great remembering and these and
Mm,
your own rewilding and your own knowledge of myth and poetry and storytelling and
mm,
ecology and that intersection. So
mm.
yeah, tell us about you and
Y-
Dionysus.
Yeah, well, a lot there. I, I think what's amazing and what's really beautiful about myth that Sophie Strand brings brilliantly into this conversation is that myth can appear where and when myth is needed. And at a moment like this, when there is this unraveling, this dissolving, this running aground, things feel more futile and more impotent and more chaotic. Myth has a relationship to culture that is adaptogenic, that appears to help us. It's almost like a self-corrective mechanism in the culture for a healthy culture. Is that story, myth, poetry, lore, this mythic realm, this sort of space between our world and the spirit world, is this archetypal
Mm.
middle zone that's function. And I'm not saying it's real or unreal, or we can measure it or we can't measure it, but it has a function for a healthy culture to process and be able to adapt to and take information from these beings that will help us. It's like, where do we go when we get here? Where do we go when things are collapsing? And then suddenly there's this mythical character like Dionysus who is liberating, who is disruptive, who represents decentralized ways of being, who's vine-like, who's swarm-like. It's a form of intelligence that's outside of, this is sentience, this is meaning. I am, and the world is the backdrop of my consciousness, my awareness, my wisdom. It's only here, according to us. And somebody like Dionysus comes in first and foremost, disrupts that narrative, disrupts that homogenized, linear way of being. It's chaotic, it's unpredictable, it's androgynous, it's wave-like, it's indeterminate, it's exciting. There's something truly wild there that I think connects us back to a way of being in the world that is ancient.
Mm.